everyone. I'm Kim Graves. This is Jessica Ausbrook. We're from Solidarity Community Federal Credit Union, and this is The Ripple Effect.
That is right. Kim, how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for asking. We have one of Kokomo's most famous people in the studio with us today. One of Kokomo's famous and favorite teachers, Joe Dunbar, is with us. Hello, Joe. How are you today?
Well, I don't know about all that introduction, but I'm fine.
Hello, Joe. First time. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This
both.
always blows my mind when Kim hasn't met people, especially folks like Joe, because you were a teacher through Kokomo Schools for how long, Joe?
Well, I'm going to say over 55 years.
A long time.
Not just a teacher, but lots of other things too.
And now you're here today representing the Kokomo Education Foundation. Is that right?
That is correct.
So now you serve on that board.
I do.
And what do you do there?
Well, I'm the executive director of it. So as a volunteer, we do what we need to do to promote the educational program in the Kokomo Schools.
What does that mean?
Well, we have several different things that we do, and I divide it into about 3 different parts. The first is what we do for students, and we know that some of our students have some pretty serious needs, and we have one fund that we use that will help students with needs with clothing and with food if necessary.
That's great.
And a second one that we have that's established for young athletes, for those that can't afford some of the athletic equipment that they'd like to have to get involved in the athletic program. So we do provide that as well. And every year we have about 20 students who've lost a parent or lost someone that is special to them, and they need some grief counseling. And we have a fund that we use to help those students with our special grief counseling person. So we do that as well. But the big thing we do is our scholarship program. And last spring, we were able to give about 70 scholarships.
Wow.
70?
70.
That's incredible.
Wow.
And the total number of scholarships that the Kokomo Schools were able to get for their students was about $17 million worth.
For some reason, I was thinking 2,
Wow.
but wow, I was way off.
70.
So we're very fortunate to have a
Yes, we
community
are.
that comes forward
Yeah.
with all of that.
I think that folks don't always understand how lucky we are to have a school corporation like Kokomo Schools who also have foundations like this and leaders who push to make sure that the education, the public education that our kiddos receive in Kokomo is top-notch. Kokomo's a great school. It's a great school corporation, and we're proud to send our kids there.
That's exactly what we're designed to do, is to be the lieutenant standing beside the general to help with the school program that tax dollars can't provide. So we do that.
Now, do you have, you said your first 2 categories, like a student that's in need or a student that needs counseling. Do the teachers or the counselors approach you, or do the students approach you?
It would be the teachers and the counselors and the administrators.
Okay. So like if they need clothing, food, or something like that,
Or
usually
a
they
community person. I think the
That's good
last set of spikes we got for an athlete that was a runner came from a parent.
I love that.
So we were able to do it that way as well.
I know that was something that my father always said. He said, the kids always wanted to play sports, but their parents couldn't always afford it. And it wasn't fair to the ones that didn't have those funds available. So they had to the kids always had to sit out. So that's great that you guys recognize that and you're able to help a child that wants to participate and help them.
And we're going deeper into the school population with elementary students as well. So
Really?
it won't be too long until we get our swimming pool fixed up that we'll be able to do a triathlon like we did last year, in which the little tiny kids get to come in and ride a tricycle and
little baby
run and
catfish.
swim, do those kind of things.
Okay, so did you say there's something going on with the pool over there?
It is being repaired.
Yay!
So once you guys get that fixed, you're probably going to need somebody to come over and test it out.
We're pretty good
Yeah,
at.
it's so
Oh.
hot in there.
Like we
Jim.
could have a
It's-
pool party or something.
All right. We'll just
Okay,
do
all
it.
right, all right.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I mean, you're basically in charge of everything, Joe. So we're just going to ask
No,
you for permission.
Don't say that.
Just leave the back door unlocked after school.
No big deal. No big deal. So with the Kokomo Education Foundation, Joe, you mentioned all the different things that you do for kiddos here in our community.
Yeah.
When did you start? How did this start?
Frank Moore, who was principal at Kokomo High School for years, really started the program in 1985. And the very first donation that we had for that was given by a contractor locally named Gary Williams. And he provided $35,000 to start the program.
Wow.
I remember Gary.
But it kind of lay fallow for several years. And when we had a superintendent like Jeff
A
Housewell
little
came
stinker,
in,
Jeff Oswald. Yeah.
he and I kind of conspired to rebuild it. And
You did.
and we did.
And you did.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
There's-
Mike Sargent's continued to do it too.
Mike is
So
a great leader for
yeah,
sure.
we're real pleased with the way it developed. One of the unique features of our foundation is our partnership with the Community Foundation. And all of the funds that we have, not all of them, but a good part of them are endowed with the Community Foundation in a fund that they provide us with interest at the end of the
Oh,
year.
that's great.
Yeah.
That is really great. This might sound like a silly question, but I do not know the answer to it. Can only teachers be part of the Kokomo Education Foundation, or is that something that anybody in the community can be
Oh,
involved
anybody
with?
can be.
Ah.
You could be if you'd like to be.
Okay.
All right.
All right. What are we going to do?
Well, we'll put you on our board and let you do some work.
I do
There you go.
I love Kokomo School Corporation. I always have since I moved here. My mother-in-law was a Kokomo teacher for years and years and years. Our girls go there. Proud to be a Wildcat.
I think I knew her.
Yeah, I bet you did.
My niece attends Kokomo.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Kokomo is a great school.
Well, we'll try to go somewhere else besides Switzerland this time.
I mean, we could go back to Switzerland.
That's right.
Joe and I went to Switzerland. Other people went too.
They're traveling.
It was so fun.
They're traveling outside of the country.
And it was an opportunity provided by Kokomo School Corporation. I mean,
And
we're
that's
running.
one of the things we support with our foundation.
And the different trips for the
Right.
teachers and the students. As I want to point
pretty
something
cool.
else out, just because now we're on the topic of Kokomo Schools. We had volunteers at our shred event the other night, and we've had them for years from Mr. Vincent Lorenz's class, the environmental club. They come and help us with our shred day. We love big fans of the Wildcats here.
Well, Vince is a special teacher, and he was Teacher of the Year
Lovely.
this past year.
He is delightful.
And actually, he comes to us almost every year asking for some help to send students to, he's taken them to Tremont
Yep.
in the Appalachian.
We've had two go, and they loved it.
And he is such a good teacher, and he's thinking about some special things this year.
I heard,
think.
but I don't think I can tell anybody. So
Okay.
I'm going to keep my
And I don't
my
know
lip
for
zipped.
sure either, so I won't say.
He mentioned something very quickly the other night. I'm like,
yeah, I don't
I
think
wanna
this
be
is
a-
a place to talk
I
about
want to
it.
be environmental club at Kokomo School
Yeah.
Corporation. So, Joe, we make these donations, and you give kids all these different opportunities, but you have to raise the money somewhere.
We do.
How do we do that?
Well, as I said, most of it is what we've invested with the Community Foundation, and we have a significant amount of money. That's the bulk of what our funds come from. But we have some other fundraising activities too. In fact, the first week of December will be our annual Major Saver campaign, and it's mostly for an elementary program, and the elementary children have little cards with
Oh, yeah.
various local.
Oh, yes,
business.
Yeah.
discounts.
But this year it's going to be a little bit different. I guess it's all going to be online or on
Ooh, Okay.
on the phone.
that's super nice.
have to
Because
use.
I don't know about you, but I forget those at home every single time. My husband remembers them, but I never remember.
Well,
Well,
you'll
now
have
you're
them
good.
with you.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah,
That's
it'll
a
be on
great
your phone.
idea.
You can just, yeah.
But that's been a big thing for us over the years. The company comes in and virtually does everything for us, and
Wow.
we're able to get that done in 1 week. So that helps. We just had, as kind of in conjunction with homecoming maybe, but the Roadrunners here in Kokomo
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
had a back to school run. that they sponsored, and they provided us with significant amount of funds from that,
That's
plus school supplies that we're able to take out to various elementary schools for students that needed school supplies.
That's great.
So that was good. We also had this past week a resurrection of the flag football by the girls
oh,
at the
yes.
high
That's
school,
right.
Yeah.
and they raised 3 scholarships for us.
Wow.
So it was a big success.
Wow.
Last year it poured down rain, and they only provided 1, but this time we got 3 out of it. So that will help with our scholarship program as well. So those are a few of the things that we do.
So you mentioned that it's about 70 scholarships. Are they all in the same amounts, or are they different types of scholarships that you give out?
The minimum we do is about $500, but the maximum is $8,000.
Oh, wow. That's
Wow,
great.
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I think that it's so important to know that probably that higher amount is going to help out somebody who might not be able to afford college, or
Absolutely.
who's going to struggle with, maybe they got a scholarship for for college, but they can't afford to live there, or they don't know how they're going to pay for their books. It's a wonderful opportunity for them.
It is, and our counselors are great in finding the best people for those scholarships.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Does the student need to apply?
They
or
do.
They do need to apply, but then usually the counselor probably approaches them
It's
and says,
the
hey.
scholarship committee that makes that decision, and that includes all of our counselors as well as a few faculty members and some others as well.
That's quite a few, though. I mean, they're going through a lot of kids that is very well deserved, and it's, I'm sure, helping them out tremendously. That's pretty
does,
awesome.
And they send us thank you notes and all of those
that.
kind of things as part of the training that's goes along with that
That's
the
cool.
counselors do.
Wow,
That's really nice.
that is cool. You guys are doing amazing work. That is just amazing. So keep it up and keep doing what you're doing, because it's not, I mean, it's benefiting the school, it's benefiting the kids. It's a wonderful program. You've been doing it for such a long time, and it sounds like it's going down into the elementary school, so you're going to be able to do much, much more work there as well.
Well, talking about elementary schools, we're proud of what we just did last week, and that was we were able to issue 30 mini grants for teachers that
that's
have creative projects that they need to do, and we'll be distributing those next week.
Ooh, we can't wait to hear about them. I bet there's some fun ones in there.
There are.
Yeah, I bet there are some really fun ones. Joe, if anybody wants to learn more about the Kokomo Education Foundation, or like you mentioned earlier, would like to make a donation or volunteer their time, what would be the best way to get a hold of you?
KokomoSchools.com, and that's the school's website, and there's a link to our foundation there, and it tells you exactly what to do. And with the specific funds that we have, they can choose which ones they want to donate to. A specific scholarship, or perhaps one to that Magic Closet type program, something like that.
That's great.
That's awesome. Thank you for everything that you're doing and helping those kids.
Well, we love it.
Yeah. You can tell you
Yeah.
definitely have an awesome passion.
Yeah.
But
Did you say 55 years? That's how long you were a teacher?
Well, no.
Like, hang on a second. I'm doing the math
It's
here.
as long as I've had some kind of connection with the Kokomo Schools.
That's a long
I
time.
was a teacher for about 30 years. Yeah.
Yep. Probably
That's a
taught a lot
long
of people
time.
watching today.
hey, keep us in mind when you get that pool open.
Oh, hey.
I'm going to be going to the website, Joe. We're going to talk about the foundation education, the Education Foundation, after we get off the air here, so don't leave yet.
Okay.
I'm Jessica Ausbrook. This is Kim Graves. Thank you so much for watching the Ripple Effect podcast today. We're from Solidarity Community Federal Credit Union. We'll see you next week.